let's go and try and make something. So we're not even at the walk to Reigate Hill yet, and I've finally found a way off what is a very busy road. Yeah, we're still about a mile away, but luckily, yeah, footpath, very muddy steps up quite a hefty hill. So, hello, I better give an explanation of what we're up to. Today we are walking up Reigate Hill, very local to me. It's been ages since I've done one of these videos, and I wanted to do one that was easy, frankly. Something a bit more local. I have done next to no research, unlike the Box Hill episode one of one. Unlike the Box Hill video where I'd, researched some interesting things we'll see along the way. I am going completely off. I'll leave a link in the description to, I think it's called AllTrack, system I've been using for a while, and we're going to see what we see. I'm packing probably about the same amount as I packed for the Box Hill episode. As you may know, that includes a laptop. I don't have the laptop today, but I do have a nice long lens, thank you Ctrl. I have magic arms and a couple of other bits and pieces. I want to try and make something interesting. We probably won't. We'll probably just be on this relationship the entire time. But yeah, so right now, still about a mile away. I've got off quite a busy road. This part of Surrey, everyone is driving up to the M25. We are less than a kilometre away, I reckon. So that's what everyone is trying to do. And I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to get run over on those narrow streets. So this bit of footpath should take us a little bit closer. And, well, if we see anything interesting on the way, I'll let you know. That's everything, really. Route's planned to take about 2 hours. So it'll probably take me about 3 once I've stopped from recording and stuff. Like I say, I've got very few goals for this episode. We'll just try and make something beautiful. As you can tell, it is very foggy. What are we? I'll put a date on the thing, but it's the middle of October, so everything's very autumnal, and my left arm's starting to hurt, so I can hold it for about 2 minutes. That's useful to know. Really thankful for this view this morning, lads. Yeah, it looked great. Right, well, I promised you I'd tell you when we got here, and we've got here. The main paths are quite busy, well, at least right next to the car park, and I am feeling socially anxious about filming in front of everyone because this is weird. What this is? Come on, this is crazy. Like, it seems okay for you at the end of the screen, but like, think how I look. Anyway, so there's not a huge amount there, and you can't see anyway. It's all fog. There's a car park and a restaurant, cafe. We're gonna trek never east, sort of west. From here towards Reigate. Should be some good stuff on the route. If there isn't, there will be plenty of nice photos and bits of videography for you to relax to. Through these brambles, across this arable land, and deep in this fog, you may hear the roars of the greatest monster this country has ever made. The M25! Ah! I want to do a funny skit here where I'm like, do you want to go down the public bridle way, the public bridle way, the public bridle way, or the public bridle way? But you can't see the sign, so I'm not going to take any effort in doing it, and instead I'm just going to carry on walking. Hello, and welcome to our first major destination on this walk, Red Hill Fort. No, Reigate Fort, wrong town. If you remember the Box Hill episode, we also saw another fort very similar to this and of the same era. This is yet another late 1800s defensive fort around London, planned out for an invasion by France. Obviously none of that ever happened, but all these plans were then used for World War II home defences. This is a lot better preserved than the one at Box Hill. The one at Box Hill, if I remember, was being overcovered by grass. Go and watch the video, you can see it there. This one, on the other hand, has a lot more stonework remaining, and also we have a better understanding of what is where, including the armoury and a few other well-known fortifications. So let's go and have a look around. Oh, I called this the armoury just now, but that's kind of incorrect. It would actually be called a magazine. Sue me, 1800th parliamentarian who came up with the names of all these things. This was obviously the building where all of the ammunition was stored. As you can imagine, late 1800s ammunition was very volatile, so keeping it ventilated, thus the echo you can hear on the mic right now, hopefully, was vitally important, as well as keeping it safe. That's why it's buried deep underground. This would have been the main target for attack, because you blow this up, well, not much is surviving. Oh, that's a lot harder to get up than I thought. And this here is the tool shed, also going to cause a load of reverb on the mic, I realise, where all of the tools would have been stored for building trenches along, basically between each fort. Around 2,500 men would have been required to dig out these trenches if they were actually needed, with help from the Royal Engineers. And at the time, remember, late 1800s, trench warfare was actually very de rigueur. Of course, by the time any of these defences would be used, trench warfare would have gone through the washer, thanks to the First World War. Well, obviously they were never used ever, but the next time defences like these would have been built, trench warfare was very de rigueur because of the First World War. I'm going to just leave that take in, because... And these are two casemates, multi-purpose offices that would have been used by army officials if this fort had to be activated. According to the sign just outside of shot, there is signs that this place was revisited during the First and Second World War, supporting my theory that this place was before its time. Something tells me a lot of these markings might be slightly more recent than the late 18th century and the First and Second World War. Also, I keep saying 18th. I have forgotten that there is no 0th century rule. It's sort of the 19th century. The 1800s is the 19th century. Bugger. So I have lost the little stick I was using to hold the camera. So if it starts getting all a bit wobbly from here on out, blame me and subscribe to the channel so that I can afford to lose other small little sticks that I use to hold cameras while walking around when I remember to make these videos. I am missing the stick already, but anyway, I love little paths like this goes over this hill, because there is no reason efficiently humans should take a path like that. There is no reason at all. Maybe a cyclist, maybe to get around someone, and avoid these bollards, maybe, but even then you've got to cycle up and down the hill, it's not worth it. However, we're human beings, and we like to do weird stuff, including doing unnecessarily small climbs to get around small areas. It's a good rule of thumb that every clearing in a forest has a meaning to it. Sometimes it's just a landslide or some trees falling, but some of them are a bit bigger. Here, in 1945 in March, a B-17 flying fortress crashed onto this hill, killing everyone inside. There's some memorials remain to this day, showing how far apart the wings of the bomber would have been. Well, were. Hello and welcome back to another fabulous episode of... Today's den is this beautiful little piece of work I found on the side of the path on Reigate Walk. As you can see by the look, it's got a nice tent shape in between about 4 or 5 trees, with a nice canopy cover. Good positioning as well, not in a ditch or too far low to the ground. Nice higher position. Honestly, I could probably spend a night in this, worst comes to worst. Some of the wood has degraded over the years, of course it would require replenishing, but frankly, quite a good build. Overall, this build gets 5 sticks out of 7. There's only one type of thatcher we support in this household. The bee! So down there is where we've come from. Tree line and bush and all. And then past this memorial here, which we'll have a look at in a bit. And we now break out into the hills. I'll bring the Surrey Hills its name. Get ready for a load of landscape photos. Oh, you're going to love them. I'm going to love them. This might be a good opportunity to crack out the wider lens, actually. Not wider, longer lens. See if we can pick some nice stuff out of all these houses below. The fog really helps, I think. I don't know how easy I'm going to make it be able to see over camera, but it's quite a nice view. Only in the Surrey Hills would the water towers look this cool. Back my way, they're nothing but big concrete silos. I don't know if it's in shot, I'll give some nice shots to it now. Yeah, only up here. You don't even need them, you got hills. You don't need water towers when you got hills, that's the point of Alrighty, so we've ended up going back into the woodlands, and now I'm really missing the stick. Yeah, it's going alright. I think I am on the wrong path. I'm heading down the hill a bit early. We're supposed to hit 2 hills today. I'll tell you what they are. But this doesn't look very good on the hill front, so we'll find a path and we'll work our way around it. Be fun. Let it be known at 12:45, 12:30, about 2 and 45 minutes into the walk, we have changed the battery pack. Given I wasn't using it for maybe the first half an hour of the walk, because that was me getting to the place, I would say we've got probably 2 hours. Now I am making it back at 2 hours of how I've been doing, but now we've missed the hill. So my current plan is we're going to go back on the path we should have been on, and I'm going to see what that hill looked like from the bottom, and I'm going to go, okay, well we didn't go climb up it, I don't mind, or I'm going to climb up it. If I decide not to, then we'll walk past the hill we were on, Collie Hill, through the valley, and then make a decision what we're going to do now. Otherwise I'm going to go up that hill and then walk back the way I came, pretty much straight back. Don't. Automatic camera, I should really put it on a proper exposure, but there you go. So yeah, that's my plan. I also want to stop for food. Hopefully I know where I am. Guess we'll work it out. I did in fact not know where I was, and was in fact walking quite dramatically in the wrong direction. It's the second time I have done that now in a row. I really need to get some food. Okay, so I'm a little bit off track. I'm off track in loads of ways. Let me explain what happened. So we were on that ledge last time. Everything was clear in my head. Not ledge, but you know what I mean. On the top of that hill where we can see the views. And I went one way, and then I thought, this looks wrong. I came back to the ledge. I went a different way. That was my mistake. I should have stuck with my first path. Go if you go. We came down that hill. We came to a bit of a junction. I carried straight on. That's when we had the battery change. That was taking me away from this hillside entirely. I decided to come back round, and now we're heading kind of the valley side of the hill we were on originally, where there's nice views. We're in the forest of that. This path I believe that I'm on right now, this one here, should take me right up to the base and then back round. The original route just as you kind of cut through. I think I'm still going to stick to that. I am going to sit on a stump right there and have lunch like they know I am. Well, I've taken my break. I was a lot hungrier than I thought. It's always useful to have some food in you. We are... trying not to get the camera stuck in the branches. We are below where we were earlier. I don't know if that's in shot. Is that in shot? Yeah, it's in shot. That's the ridge we were on. So that's where we were. We're coming round now. Yeah, it's quite a nice quiet spot in here. We're very brambled in. It doesn't feel like I'm in... It could almost be a rainforest if you looked hard enough. Those berries are probably long past being tasty. Right, so we've walked across the bottom, and now back up the hill we go. We might as well get on with the circular bit, the circular walk, I guess. Might as well get that now. This is going to be interesting. Lots of forested slope. Oh lordy. Oh lordy, that's a climb. That is a climb. And those are stairs. Oh dear. My legs. Yeah, it's a long way up. Yeah. Back up here we go. Right, well, we're back where we started. Well, not quite on top of the hill. Just so everyone's frame of reference is good. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the thing. with the sun in. That last bit was rough. Look at that. It's really cleared up now. I might just stay here for a little bit before I make my way back home, which is what I will be doing, back down the path I took to get here. So I don't know how much more there's going to be to see, but I guess I can sign you off when I get back to my room rather than anything else, because I don't know, it might be something cool. Oh, well, I just about made it back in one piece. My back hurts, my legs hurt, everything hurts. Let's just have a quick check of my statistics. We were out there for 5 hours, of which we were walking for 3 hours and 39 minutes, and we averaged about 2 miles an hour. Not bad. Next time on Watson Wonders. Maybe, I don't know, depends on the thing.